To your health this morning, do you get uncomfortable sensations in your legs and an irresistible urge to move your legs to relieve that sensation? You may have restless leg syndrome. How do you get rid of it? Well, Dr. Stephen Hawkins, sleep specialist at Children's Hospital Colorado, is here with a look this morning. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good morning.
We talked about this when you were in a couple of weeks ago because you work with kids, but this often affects adults. I didn't know that it affected kids as much. Do you see it often?
Absolutely. So it actually is more common in adults, but a lot of the folks that have it in adulthood tell us that they had those symptoms ever since they were kids. So somewhere between 10 and 20% of adults that have it say, yeah, you know, I've had these symptoms as long as I can remember, but they were always written off as growing pains or some kind of uncomfortable feeling.
Or nervousness. You see a lot of people who move their legs a lot.
Quit fidgeting, quit wiggling, right, just sit still.
What is restless legs first? And I know that there's a new name that they call it now too. Isn't there something else?
Well, you know, we call it Willis-Ekbom disease, and you can tell I don't call it that very often because restless legs just rolls off the tongue a lot easier. But Willis-Ekbom disease, it helps kind of characterize that this isn't just a restlessness, this isn't just the fidgeting, that this really does get to the fact that there's something abnormal about the way our brain is sending signals through the nerves to the legs in particular, and in particular how it uses iron to do that. We know that there is something going on there. We're still working on figuring out exactly what it is. There's a whole field of study looking at biochemical parameters and sleep patterns, sleep quality called somnolomics. It's growing. We at Children's Hospital and University of Colorado are working to expand that, figure out more, get more answers.
Well, I told you that I have struggled with this since my first pregnancy, and then it got worse through each pregnancy, and then it never went away. But since I found out that my mom, my sister, my grandmother, there must be a genetic component.
There certainly is. There's definitely a familial issue. We're not sure what kind of genes are involved in this, again, still being looked into. But it's very common for me to be talking to a parent, and then it turns out the kid has it, vice versa. I've made diagnoses in mothers in the room who said, that's restless leg syndrome. Gosh, you know, that's what I've done all my life. Worse with pregnancy, very common.
See a doctor if it's something that you or your family struggle with. I want to talk to you in the break about ways that, that people can help deal with the issue, if there are any vitamins or anything, and then I'll post that on my Facebook page for anybody who might be looking for some remedy since we're out of time here.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Also,